What is up, everybody? I'm NoLucksGiven once again with some Once Upon a Galaxy, and today our hero options are Dungeon Master, which can be a fun high-rolly captain. We also have the Collector, some nice tempo, sort of, when you're playing from behind. I've done some cool things with the Collector, but I really like Athena. I think Athena is probably the best tempo captain in the game in a way that also allows you to high roll in a lot of scenarios just because of the amount of tempo that she generates. So let's go with her, and this is a great example because the jealous stepsisters are quite easy to activate on Athena if she gets some bonus stats on them, and an evil stepmother to boot seems really good. So now, yeah, that was a lucky combat for me. Now Jealous Stepsisters is potentially able to activate this turn, or if not, maybe next turn. Or the turn after that, I suppose. So Puss in Boots is fine. Evil Stepmother's good, but summons are also really good on Athena. Specifically summons that summon the same thing, because she'll be able to pump up the Jack in the Box and the Jack. I think that's probably worth it over the second Evil Stepmother. It's just so much tempo that I think it's going to free me up to do a lot of other stuff, and then immediately rewarded by the next Evil Stepmother. Could take Jealous Stepsisters here. It does hit a nice break point because then if she dies again, she'll go up to 6. There is also a Mysterious Egg on turn 2, which will turn into an epic character, but I think I'm just going to pick up the Stepsisters, and then, yeah, I guess I'll go for Gingerbread House. Oh wait, there's an egg here too? I guess I'm egging it, huh? I will egg, and then I'm going to backline the Evil Stepmother, so that way all of this stuff is more likely to die. And Stepsisters rather, yeah, I felt like was pretty likely to just complete its quest this turn too. So I'll take it. A turn 2 Stepsisters. We could go for an early Worn Shield, which does have some interesting implications on Athena. You mostly use her +2 attack mode. However, with a Worn Shield, maybe we could make some stuff survive. Relic is also good with the summons, which are good with Athena. So I think these things are good too. I'm curious. I think there's some fun stuff we could potentially do with Worn Shield. Like Santa Claus. Just have Santa Claus never die. That is kind of cool, though. Yeah, I probably pick up Santa before I complete the Stepmother, because I don't really care about the extra stats on the Hyena. So let's pick up Santa Claus, and then Katamari's another card that's really good to put a Worn Shield on. Not really going to do that much for me right here, but we could still put it here and get it in off the first attack. And, oh, Elven Tools are beautiful. So I'll pick up the Elven Tools, and then I'm actually going to retool this board slightly because I think that having things in the front line that are very easy to die will then give us more space to summon with Santa Claus and potentially allow me to walk out of here with a Santa Claus that's getting pumps into the next turn. Fantastic, fantastic. Jack still got the pump because of the Elven Tools, and Santa Claus got its own pump. Nutcracker Prince for the Santa could be good, and then there's also Shanty, which is pretty sweet. Just hunting is pretty solid on Athena as well. This is another great example of how the tempo allows you to high roll, because you just wind up pumping up Shanty from your hero power. At the same time, I feel like Nutcracker Prince is kind of hard to pass up on, and I might cut the cat so that Santa is getting all the Nutcracker pumps. Santa gets that nut. That seems good to me. Yeah. Making the egg silver probably doesn't pay off. I mean, it gives us it transforms it into a silver card. It's probably better than doing that on the prince. And then you meet in a tavern, could find us. It's just something we already have a copy of. Shanty. So, I think we are strong enough that I can shanty. There is one other interesting thing I can do here, which is backline Santa Claus. Makes it a lot more likely that it's able to stick around. And I think I'm into this. Cool. Okay, well, Flying Monkey could have attacked Santa Claus there. Isn't going to. I think Santa will stick here. Yeah, nice. Okay. Cool. And we get one more summon even. But yeah, Santa Claus just getting these passive stats on it is really nice. We get Genie of the Lamp. Every third spell cast directly on me, double my stats. Well, if we can give this some additional stats, and then with like Athena and with some spells and stuff, this could be a really high-rolly build around. I'm kind of surprised. You know what? It makes sense. I think I put in my Athena deck some cards that are, like, specifically put Genie of the Lamp in there to just be like, okay, I've got the tempo. The tempo is sorted with Athena, so let's try to high roll with some other things. Nutcracker Prince getting an additional health is a little bit wonky, but we'll do that. Santa Claus getting a bunch more health is cool, but do I want to... It's actually only 2 more health just from Shanty and then the silver. I think I'm going to cast my first spell on Genie of the Lamp. Now, when I do this, I actually want to pump up either this slot or this slot. I think Genie of the Lamp is never surviving in these fights. So I'm going to pump up this slot and then move Santa Claus into it. I think that's kind of cute tech there. And then, two-headed wizard. And then if I can find the spell that gives a card +4 health, I'm actually in business all of a sudden. And this is looking really, really fun. Oh, I think we can do some cool stuff here. So, Genie survives! Wow, that's huge. Because, so to clarify here, I mean, it seems small right now, but that +2 health, if we're going to double Genie a bunch of times, that, oh gosh, and then immediately just have the opportunity to pick up a secret rare on turn 6. I'm sorry, Genie. I had some dreams. I was dreaming a Genie here, but I'm not going to pass up a secret rare. I don't know if it doubled its stats or not, but it doesn't really matter because it became a Spirit of Vengeance, and this will very quickly just get super out of hand. Sugar Plum, no, doesn't work. I was thinking of the other fairy that just gives like +1/+1 each turn. Could have worked with Genie, could work with Santa Claus. I kind of want to keep all of these front lines, so I guess Jack in the Box needs to back it up here. We're just meeting in a tavern. Let's see what we find. Oh, Sugar Plum. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I could toss the Shanty at this point. Oh, wait, no. Sugar Plum is the exact one that we just saw. I got distracted. Do I even care about this? I'm really strong right now. Probably do this. Backline Shanty. I'm just going to cycle through this. I think I just want to keep the Shanty online here. Maybe that's totally wrong, but we'll see how it works out. Jack is ridiculously powerful and Spirit had just enough there. Wow, Santa Claus just surviving every single fight is kind of a crazy high roll. And now Spirit of Vengeance is just going to make it even more likely that Santa gets to survive every fight. So what do we do from here? I feel like I do take a treasure here from Jealous Stepsisters. Yeah, if I get like a double, like a treasure chest of some sort, lucky chest, I think that's pretty good. Now I can find a legendary or epic treasure and be pretty excited with that. I don't even see this being that useful. It's cool because, okay, so I can do this and Sunflary. I could also do this and cut the Jack in the Box, but the Jack is so big because of my Elven tools. I guess it could be time to cut the Nut and just go Sunflary. It's a lot of stats. So, yeah, it allows Shanty to hunt there, and Jack in the Box was going to get that first trade regardless. Ooh, this still ties. That's the only risk to playing the Sunflary, is that the Spirit of Vengeance might not die, which I care a lot about. I do think that Scarecrow is probably worth it for a legendary treasure. I kind of would prefer a secret rare treasure at this point, because I really am high rolling. But a secret rare treasure is going to be really tough to come by. It might mean that I'm not doing anything for a while. So this probably means cutting Sunflary. Yeah, it's reasonable. Blessing of Athena, not super relevant. Jasmine Dragon, we are not high rolling like. I don't know if we picked up like Gloves of Thieving or something. But there's not even. I guess there's Hand of Midas. If we get Hand of Midas off the Scarecrow, then Jasmine Dragon is a pretty big game. Maybe that's worth playing for. It's a really powerful card. Yeah. I'll pop it in here. This is incredible. The Santa Claus just letting it ride every fight. I'll lead with Spirit of Vengeance. I don't think it makes it that much more likely to die, but hey, I'll take it. And Santa Claus even gives me a free ninja. Very nice, very nice. Have I lost a single heart yet? Probably at some point at the beginning of this game, right? But not anytime recently. This is another card with some high roll potential that I really have not gone for in a while. Unfortunately, Daisy Jones does not work with Spirit of Vengeance because it doesn't get dealt damage. Mimic, I guess I would have to cut Santa Claus at this point. It feels like a shame to cut it. The other thing I could do here is just put in G-Man, which is pretty fantastic, but I'm not sure it's better than Santa Claus, really. I think I'm going to cycle through the Mimic to make it silver, but I'm not super interested in it right this second. And then I will take Spirit Dragon over Santa Claus, because if I get close to building a secret rare treasure instead of a legendary treasure from Scarecrow, that is something I'm excited for. So let's do that. We've got summons and spirits in the front line. And I think Spirit will still, yeah, it looks like it's still carrying me in these fights. We might lose our other cards here though. Nope. Spirit's still doing it. Doesn't get nearly as big of a bonus when it survives compared to when it is gets to trigger its farewell. I think we're just going to activate Scarecrow. I think that that's fine. I don't know how many more shops there are left in this game. I think let's cycle through. What other treasures am I looking for, I guess? I really don't have that much direction as far as treasures go, so I'm not super sure. I'd like to get some type of engine online with Jasmine, and that's really all I know. I'll just cycle through this. Probably pick up a captain here. It's better than Spirit Dragon, I think, too, and good with Athena, because if it dies, then it gets additional stats on it. Do I want to throw it back here so they could actually hunt though too? Probably. Probably a little bit more likely to hunt in this back line, though. Wait a second. Yeah, no, it just dies. I get a tie. Awkwardly. Midas's touch on Spirit of Vengeance is pretty cool. I think I go for that. And then Scarecrow will activate next purchase. So probably just grabbing Titania here and tossing the Spirit. And what do we get? What do we get? We do get Hand of Midas. All right. Yeah, I'm not going to scoff at Hand of Midas. That's going to allow me to Jasmine Dragon every single turn. Then I also get to cycle through a Tink here. And this game is probably nearing completion. That is something that we will have to be a little bit mindful of. But in the meantime, hunt, give my slot. Yeah, sure. We'll use Spirit to pump up this slot here. Okay, there's still at least one more. There's still at least 2 more fights left in this game. And wow, we actually have another high roller. I might have counted my chickens a little bit too quick. Yeah, we got some more fights to go. And this Daedalus, definitely strong with that other Farewell. Wishing Dragon, I mean, we're just taking the Hand of Midas card here every turn for the Jasmine Dragon ability, I believe. It's awkward because I don't remember how big this Jack-in-the-Box is. Yeah, I'm not really that scared, though, at the same time, right? Because, yeah, we lose the fight. All that means is Spirit of Vengeance grows, and now we can trade, like, 3 for 1 against whatever my opponent's doing. That's pretty strong. I think that the Gingerbread Oven is kind of neat for Captain Hook. And that is probably worth playing for. Captain Hook's a nice little scam here. Eureka does not have a target. Frankenstein's Doctor could look to replace the Jack-in-the-Box at this point. The Wizard is way too small. And I don't think this is really giving me anything. I like having some legendary characters around so that I can freely True Love's Kiss, though I do think Wishing Dragon is a fine True Love's Kiss target. And then I want to pump up all the slots if possible, except for maybe this one. I think it doesn't really matter here, but I'll just cycle through G-Man. Alright, they healed, so this person won the other fight, but it's just going to be me and the Hunter in the finals, I would imagine. Cool. Okay, Frankenstein's Doc will pick up the legendary, and I do have some heroes and villains. And Lightning Bolt does not help against the Hunt comp, so I'll just go for the sword. I say that, and then I'm looking to pick up a Lightning Bolt potentially. It's Lightning Bolt or a Backline Dreamer, which is fine. Could cut... Probably just cut Frankenstein at this point in the game for a Backline Dreamer. I mean, they were strong. So I want to get some stats from this stuff. Some have like a little bit of scam potential. Cycle through. No more scam here. I think I will just cycle through a 2-headed dragon. I could see casting a Lightning Bolt. I believe all of their cards were in the 300s. So this is going to trade with 2 of them. This is going to trade with 1 of them. And then this will be stronger even yet the next time we fight against them. I think that's the plan here. Yeah, I don't see Lightning Bolt, how that helps on the plan, but I do see how this could help. Oh, we're up against Galahad. Wait, that's right. Yeah, Galahad is the big hunter with the Kraken and the Frankenstein's Doctor. And this is actually going to get much more value than I initially thought. It's actually just going to straight up win the fight. So That's all you need is one Spirit of Vengeance. I'm definitely not regretting getting rid of my Genie. I do miss it a little bit, of course, but I'm happy enough to have done this. We'll cycle through Queen. Boots of Magic Finding is definitely the pickup here. Double. Don't really have slot buffs that I'm working with. But I don't know if any of these other things are particularly useful either. Not really, right? I could pump up a Puxatawny with Wishing Dragon. Actually, Wishing Dragon's ready to go. It's no longer pumping Captain Hook, so it's not really useful to me. But I don't think Puxatawny is really useful either. So I'm going to take this for a potential treasure, and then I'm going to immediately replace it with Conan, I think. Oh, I replaced the wrong thing. I was swapping these back and forth, and I tossed the dragon that I had meant to keep. Oh, that's kind of a bummer. Alright, well, I don't care about that one still, so we'll do this. Spirit of Vengeance easily clears this board. And if Conan can go here, that's solid. Got a little bit of progress towards Conan. Not going to be too much, enough that we can, like, act on that. But it's a little bit, and I'm really going to get the Maverick and Icewing done with, yeah, these purchases. This is not something I'm super excited by, the Fairy Godmother. I could actually see getting lost in the woods here, but I'll just make a little bit of treasure progress. It's awkward because this doesn't give me a bonus shop anymore. That's what I was, like, really excited about earlier on in the game. Just wasn't paying attention. I don't think it's going to matter. I think we're more or less doing a victory lap here with Spirit of Vengeance that can't die against opponents that aren't really scaling anymore. But yeah, I mean, I'll take this. Poison Apple when I've got one villain is a little lackluster. This is cool with this, but I think we still take Poison Apple, and then it gives me the opportunity to replace either of these with villains, and Medusa is actually just like an incredible double scam here because it is a villain that also scams. So the only question is, how do we order all of this? Captain Hook, you actually do kind of want Frontline as a villain. There is one interesting interaction here, and that's that if Medusa can reduce something to 1 health, then Captain Hook can steal it. I do like that a lot. I'm going to lose the Conan, pick up Medusa, then I think I'm going to do this. I think we're covered either way, but I think this is strongest board for other people to potentially have to contend with. So let's rock it. We get first attack, which basically means we're just straight up in the clear, and then we'll statue this. That'll reduce this to 1 health. Oh, it didn't happen. Do I have to get attacked? The enemy KOs one of your villains. I'm not sure why that didn't work, to be totally honest, because their statue still KO'd my villain, but regardless, we got a win here, a pretty easy win. We did lose once against this opponent before the Spirit of Vengeance just grew totally out of pocket. And for today, that is going to be it for me. We will open up some boosters to finish the game off. Thank you guys very much for watching. Ooh, this is a good one. I mean, it's Scam. It's nice that it's Scam. It would have been good on that final turn there. I don't know if I'll put this in, though, because here, I'll showcase my deck real quick. You can see, so, okay, Busted Bot should definitely be in. But yeah, Plunder Penny is like a nice little high roll potential card. I think I can cut this. Oh, Busted Bot is in. Sorry, I get confused sometimes when the cards are grayed out. I'm thinking grayed out means not in the deck. Charlotte is cool. Daedalus. Mysterio is interesting. Yeah, it's got some high roll potential. Giving Tree doesn't seem like it can do too much. Yeah, I think I like most of this. I'm not sure what about the different recruit cards here with Toto, Wormtongue, Space Ranger Woody. Some of those could potentially make it in. And I do think Charlotte is quite good, just in general. Super Pan might be a little bit late in the game, but it's fine. I think I will put in Mirror Mirror, and I do kind of like Wormtongue. I also like Toys, because a lot of these, like Busted Bot and stuff, are good with Athena. So I wonder if, like, how often am I really playing fairies? Should I include Wormtongue? I think I like Wormtongue a decent amount here. Mostly because the Stepsisters are such an easy quest to complete that finding those early is fun. Plunder Penny's an interesting one. It's just like a silly hunt card that I think grabbing onto can be really powerful. I can't think of why or why not I would want Daedalus, but I mean, some additional supports for Charlotte seems fine too. Well, that is, like I said, going to be it for me. Let me know, I guess, if you have any thoughts on this deck building part of the process, but for today, that's going to be it for me. I think that's the 5th time I've said that. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm NoLucksGiven. Peace.